The offseason for the Green Bay Packers has been a roller coaster ride, and as we dive into what's transpired, it's hard not to feel a mix of concern and cautious optimism. With several key players departing and limited resources to make impactful signings, the decisions made by General Manager Brian Gutekunst are under the microscope. So, Packers fans, where are you watching from today? We want to hear your thoughts on these moves and how they might shape the upcoming season. First and foremost, let's address the elephant in the room: the loss of talent. The Packers knew this offseason would be challenging, yet the reality of losing significant contributors is hitting hard. Sure, there are bright spots in the offseason moves, but the overall strategy is raising eyebrows. The trade of Malik Wicks, for instance, was a calculated risk. The compensation, a fifth-round pick in 2026 and a sixth-rounder in 2027, was solid, especially considering Green Bay's focus on Christian Watson and Jayden Reed as the primary targets. But here's the catch. Moving on from Wicks leaves the roster with glaring depth issues, particularly at wide receiver. With Romeo Dew also gone, relying on Savion Williams as the top backup is a risky gamble. Now, it's understandable that the Packers wanted to streamline their receiver core. Wicks may have demanded a larger role, leading to the decision to trade him, but it raises the question, is the current depth enough? The potential for injury or underperformance is a reality in the NFL, and entering the season with such a thin bench at WR could be detrimental. The window for success is narrow, and every decision counts. Then we have the curious case of the Franklin trade. The Packers seemingly anticipated Quay Walker's departure and acquired Franklin, but the decision to increase his salary from $7 million to $9 million is puzzling, especially given Franklin's less-than-stellar performance with the Indianapolis Colts in 2025. This feels like an unnecessary expenditure. While keeping a new player happy is important, the Packers' salary cap situation isn't exactly healthy. It makes one wonder if this decision was made out of desperation or a lack of foresight. The running back situation has also raised some eyebrows. The rights of first refusal were under $4 million, and Emmanuel Wilson showed promise as a runner behind Josh Jacobs. Instead of keeping Wilson, the Packers opted to tender Chris Brooks, who, while a solid pass blocker, lacks the electric running ability that Wilson brought to the table. This decision seems to overlook the necessity of nurturing talent in a key position. With Marshawn Lloyd's health being a question mark, this creates a precarious situation for the backfield. The Packers are banking on Brooks to step up, but with no additional investment in the position, the risk is palpable. As we sift through the best and worst of the offseason, it's crucial to recognize the bright spots amid the challenges. Yes, the Packers have made some head-scratching decisions, but there's still hope. The focus on Watson, Reed, and Matthew Golden could yield significant offensive production if they can stay healthy and develop their chemistry with a quarterback. However, the pressure on the front office to address the glaring holes in the roster will only intensify as the season approaches. In summary, the Green Bay Packers are navigating a tricky landscape this offseason, with a mix of strategic moves and questionable decisions. The depth issues at wide receiver and running back, alongside confusing salary decisions, leave fans questioning the direction of the team. But as we gear up for the next chapter, we must remain hopeful that the players stepping into these roles will rise to the occasion. Packers fans, as we look forward to the upcoming season, we want to hear your thoughts. How do you feel about the offseason so far? What are your expectations for the team? Don't forget to subscribe and leave your opinions in the comments. Let's rally together as we support our beloved Green Bay Packers.